Ashley.
And I'm Serena.
And we're the Road Trippin' Roomies.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yeah, welcome back. Hopefully you can notice maybe our videos are a little bit better quality. We were filming on our iPhones.
But now I officially have the GoPro Hero 9. Shout out GoPro.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Super awesome.
Hopefully this is going to help us out when we do our future vlogs coming up pretty soon.
All thanks to you.
Thank you. Super excited.
Serena does the editing side. I don't know what side I do, but I'm here.
Hopefully you guys like it. Trying to get better.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I think everyone is like better and better.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Try it. I love it.
I'll watch her edit or just come in and see you editing, and she'll be like, "Look, I learned this. That's cute.
Thanks. Aw. Well, aside from us getting our GoPro Hero 9, this is a very exciting video for us. Well, especially for me.
You. I mean, they're all exciting for me, but.
So this week we are going to be talking about Boston. Oh, Boston. It has such a special place in my heart. It is definitely my favorite city that I have been to thus far for many reasons. I've been there 12 times.
Yeah, the most we've been to a city.
Yeah. Ashley and I together,
about five, right? Yeah.
5 times. We just kind of, and I feel like a lot of them, like some of them are planned Boston trips, but I feel like we randomly went there one time.
Yeah, it hasn't been the same reason every time.
Oh yeah.
We went for a concert. We went just the 2 of us. We went the 4 of us.
Yeah. The last time we ended up going, it was a complete just sporadic moment. Yeah. We were in New Hampshire, and it was only about 40 minutes away. So we were like, yeah, let's go to Boston. Why not?
We're like, oh, what? Shoot, we're not that far. Like, we might as well. Oh, and my sister is with us. Yeah. So we wanted her to experience Boston because she had never been.
I was happy to give her the grand tour.
And it turned out really awesome.
Super fun.
We'll get to.
Yeah, so basically, I think the first time we went, we touched on a little bit back in our first video. We were super young when we went there. I just graduated high school, so 18, 17.
Yeah, that was our very first trip
ever. So, which is why I think Boston also is a special place. Because that kind of just started everything.
Our road tripping. Yeah.
Absolutely. It was a great city to do that. Yeah. And so I'm in the healthcare field, and I'm obsessed with anything medical. So I'm just going to touch on a little bit of that stuff because we do it every time because of me. If you guys are in the medical field or interested in anything like that, Longwood Ave is an awesome street. Basically, it's medical central. There's a big parking garage, and I feel like that's kind of where we always start our trips. We'll leave our car there and then just either walk or
it's not cheap either.
No. Okay, so that's one thing, Boston. Parking sucks.
Is outrageous.
It's really bad. The parking garages are really expensive. If you can find street parking, do it.
Save yourself a lot of money.
If you find street parking out there, it is a miracle, and that's where you're going to get cheap on parking because the garages are really expensive. So to keep your car there all day, it's about $40.
Yeah, something crazy.
And if you're there for a weekend, that adds up. And then if you move your car, so definitely I wouldn't compare Boston to New York City at all because you can drive in it. It's fine to drive in the city. It's a little crazy. But it's definitely doable. Mm-hmm. But now that we kind of know the ways around the city a little bit, I feel that's kind of what we do. We just park our car somewhere in a central location and then walk or take the subway.
Yeah. But Longwood, I was gonna say we can make a whole montage of pictures at that one spot. That
exactly.
So many pictures.
On Longwood Ave is basically big, huge hospital. So Boston Children's Hospital, Brigham and Women's Hospital, and my favorite, Harvard Medical School. Harvard is something I'm obsessed with. I love their program. I love what they represent. And I've gone there a bajillion times. I've done a bunch of school things through them. So there's this one spot right outside the medical school that just says Harvard Med, and the actual building itself is beautiful. It's all
the marble.
Yeah. So every time I go to Boston, I take a picture in front of the sign the exact same way every time. It's I have to do it.
And now I do it with you every time.
Every time.
There's about
every
time we go. So probably 5 different pictures at least.
since the first time I've been to Boston, I actually took a picture in front of that sign. So I have one from every single time I went.
And we've gone like just about every season too.
Yeah. Well,
like we
so
went
nice.
when we went with the boys. We went in the winter. We've gone in the summer.
Our first time was summer. So it was hot.
And then we even went around Halloween time.
Yep.
Which one
was so nice. Yeah, so that area is amazing. It means a lot to me. I always take a picture there. I call it my happy place. Mm-hmm. From that area, even if you're not medical related, like the building
it's so cool to see.
is
like I'm
gorgeous.
I don't know anything about that, but like to see her excited is cool. But no, it is really pretty. It's the giant buildings. They're old.
The campus is really nice too. Like I've seen people that like typically. I mean, I don't know if they go there, but like there's having like just picnics on the yard because it's really nice. Yeah. And they have like beautiful like steps, like really good picture ops there. And I just feel like it's kind of like a cool thing to say, like, oh, I went to Harvard Medical School. Exactly. Like it's fun. And then we make it over to like the Fenway area. Yeah. And that's a completely different part of Boston, and it's super popular, but it's really fun.
I remember one time there was like a game going on and we like were going through. I was like, oh man, that was not a good idea.
But you actually are able to just like walk around the outside of Fenway is just like really cool, and it's a good area because they have like pubs and it's like all like your sports pubs and like stuff like that. And actually one of our favorite restaurants is out there. It's called Wahlburgers. Have you guys ever heard of it?
The Wahlbergs, like Mark Wahlberg and Demi Lovato.
I remember the first time we went there, we were just anticipating it be like super crazy, like crazy line.
Hard to get in, or a long line, or wait.
Do you remember when we were trying to take a picture the first time we went to Boston?
Oh yeah, we didn't even eat there just because we were like,
it was gonna be crazy or whatever. We didn't even go inside. We literally. Ashley like stood. I like ran across the street, like the traffic, and then like trying to take a picture in front of it.
Just me like standing there. Like love to find that picture and put it in.
That's super cute.
I think we went there when we were the four of us and the two of us and the boys. Yeah. We all ate there and it was really good.
Oh, so
good. And then when we went back last summer, summer 2020, with my sister, we actually got to sit outside because it was nice weather.
It's really cool. They have like a fire pit, and it was a little
and it's like in the middle of the city, so to be able to sit outside was pretty cool.
So it was actually really cool because Ashley's little sister is like a huge fan of the Wahlbergs, and she like watches their show.
Yeah, so do I. That's why I always wanted to go.
Oh yeah. So we're sitting there, right, and we're just like talking about it outside, and it was you because you were facing it.
I was like, you and Brittany were facing one way, and I was facing the other way.
Exactly. So that specific Boston location, or I mean, I guess any in general, the oldest brother is like head like chef, like Paul pretty much runs it. I've been there a bunch, never seen him. This chick's just like we're with Brittany, we're talking, whatever. She's like, isn't that Paul like over there?
I pointed. I was like, that's him. He's on the phone right over there.
Like, that's him. Like he literally, we turned and he was on the phone, and Brittany was like freaking out. She was like, wait, that's him. That's actually him. And she's really shy, so she was just like sitting there. So we were just like, oh damn, like if he came over, I would have said something. He was actually on the phone. He looked like he was in a pretty important phone call. So we were just like, all right, we won't bother him. We won't get up. We won't bother him. Whatever. And then we got mad at this chick over here because so she's facing the door. We're facing out, and she was like, he just walked by and he just left. And I was like, Ashley, I like
walked like a foot behind them. Like he literally walked right behind their backs, went right out the side to the street.
I yelled at her. I was like, Ashley, if you
I was also embarrassed. Like I didn't want to say. I'm like, hey, please stop doing what you're doing. Like he is carrying a bunch of stuff.
I'm that person. I would have done it. Yeah. I literally would have been like, excuse me, Mr. Paul, sir.
Well, and then we were talking to our waiter, and he was saying,
well, he walked back.
Yeah, he came back in, and then we're like, okay. Then I was like, this is where I can redeem myself. Like, there's still a chance that you guys could say hi to him. Like, he came back. Like, don't yell at me.
The waiter said, I remember we were just like staring. You were like, he just came back, and the waiter's like, yeah, that was Paul Wahlberg. And so I was really trying to like amp Brittany up. I was like, she's like freaking out right now. She's such a big fan.
We put in a good word with the waiter, basically.
Exactly, and then. She goes, guys, he's coming back. So he like comes up to our table. He's like, hi ladies, like how are you? And Brittany's like this, like literally like this. She's like, hi.
So he came over and he was really nice. He was just asking like how everything was, like as like a manager owner perspective. And
he like kind of just stared at us for a little bit. I was like, she's a really big fan. And he was like, hi, what's your name? Like, started talking to her. And I don't know, Brittany was just like, can I have a picture with you? And he looks at her and he's like, dude, COVID. And she was like, oh, you're right. No, you're so right. Yeah, absolutely. Why would you? And he was like, he's like, just kidding. Like, so she got a picture with him, and I thought that was so cool.
That was really cool.
That it was like
with everything going
first time there. I was like really hyping up the city. She was excited to see it, and that happened. And I was like, I mean, it had to have happened eventually all the times that I've been there, but I thought that was actually really cool that she got a picture with him.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And he was so nice. He really was.
He was. He just wanted to make sure.
And he was serious about that business though. Because remember he like yelled at the waiter. He's like, are they taken care of?
Yeah, he's very like on top of it. Like he wants to make sure everything is taken care of.
So other cool places that we've been to around the area, I definitely say like Quincy Market is a really popular place. It's
big
like
tourist shopping.
Yeah,
area.
Quincy is like a separate like city of its own, but it's like right like affiliated with Boston. And I think we always just took the subway out there.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 long buildings, like a lot of shopping, restaurants, and just like a lot of nice like scenery. In the winter they had Christmas trees. And they have like good restaurants.
Like,
and
they'll
stuff
have like
that.
people singing like in between. Like
It's really cute. So definitely check that out. It's a big touristy spot out there. I think one thing that we love to do, I mean I love to do, especially when we found it, it's called the Skywalk Observatory. Yeah, it's so pretty. It just actually shows you how pretty the city is. So it's out in one of the like popular buildings out there. So basically it's like a mall, and you take the elevator up to the 50th floor, and they just have this like skywalk, and you get to see the whole city, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
really
it's
cool.
really
and
cheap.
When we did it, it was fall, so that probably was a perfect time to do it. It was right around
it's so pretty
Halloween, like October time.
Every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, this city is so gorgeous. Like the views that you get.
And you can see the water, and you can just see like all, and because you get to go all the way around so you have like a 360 view.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool.
It is so nice. I love doing that. As many times I do it, every time I see the city, I'm just like, oh, this place is so pretty.
And they give you a student discount because obviously you have to pay to get up
there. And it's actually pretty cheap. So if you have any type of, it's just not just like Massachusetts school, but any student ID, they'll give you a discount, which is really nice.
Really nice. One place that we found that we wish we had at home was Primark.
Oh, that's a tradition.
Yeah, it is.
I think you guys know what Primark is. You're lucky.
I know, right? We don't have one
anywhere near us. I think Rhode Island is the closest.
Yeah, like the closest one is at least 5 hours, like just so far. But anyways, nowhere near us. So when we go to Boston, we love to go to Primark. In our description, it's like a, what do we say, Five Below and like Forever 21?
Yes, that's a perfect way to describe it.
It's huge, and they have like different sections. Like they have men's, they have children's, they have like home.
Maybe like TJ Maxx is a good way to describe it.
Maybe more, yeah.
But definitely bigger and cheaper.
Yeah, so it's like cheap, but like they have just a variety of stuff.
Definitely, we make it a priority every time we're out there to do a little shopping spree out in Primark, and every time
it's always a shopping spree.
I know. I like plan ahead, like budget wise. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Primark. I'm gonna be able to like up my wardrobe right now.
And I'm sure maybe people that live there like don't take it. Like they don't understand how good it is. They have one near them.
Us with Wegmans.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's one thing that makes our Boston trip special.
So Primark, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So I think when we went with the boys, it was like really warm that one day.
Yeah, it was like a warm December day.
Yeah.
So whatever that.
So we did a lot more like outside stuff. A really pretty area to walk around at, especially at night. It's called the Harborwalk. So basically it's just like you can see the whole city just like lit up like right on the harbor with like nice like sidewalk. That whole area is like super nice. Like if you ever go to like Holy Street, that's like a very they have like the trees are like light up in the middle, and like the houses are just like so cute.
Do you think it was just for Christmas, or they have it always lit up?
I think they always have it something different, because every time I've gone, I've always seen it like lit up at night. Really? It's just like they like decorate it differently for like the season. It was like it was really cool. So we walked there, and like you can walk through. Oh, they have like 1,000 parks, which is really nice.
Really
but it
cool,
like breaks away like
the
city
vibe.
Yeah. So we like walked through the parks, and we took so many pictures like right on the water.
Yeah.
Which was really
we'll
nice.
put them in. They're
really nice.
Some of my favorite pictures.
I think another big thing that we did that was different was when we went in the fall. Yes.
One of my favorite things, honestly, we've ever done.
Yeah. Oh, so
I'm so glad we found it.
We were out. I think this was our second time we went there. It was October, and we were with my parents. So we were trying to figure out something to do like Halloween-like.
Yeah.
And
I'm a big fan of Halloween. I love Halloween.
Favorite holiday.
So like haunted houses are super fun for me. And I was like, well, Boston's a huge city. I'm sure they gotta have like something big. Yeah.
Yeah. And we found this haunted ship.
It was it was a retired like naval ship, right?
Yep.
It was a USS something.
Right on the harbor.
Yeah.
And it was a big haunted house in the ship.
It was so cool. It was like more than one. Like there was like they like made 3 different ones in one. You just like keep going, and it's like different themes or whatever. So cool.
I think if we were older / more prepared, when you actually, it was a huge line to get onto it.
Oh yeah, the line was so long.
Once we made it past the line though, you actually saw that they had like a VIP thing. So it looked like they had like in the front of the ship, like you can like go in, and like there was like a bar, and like you could like chill and like stuff like that. So there's definitely like more to it than just the haunted house.
If this is like something they've done every year, if this is like
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was really awesome, and I really hope that they keep doing it. I mean, obviously right now because of COVID.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, if you see some of our pictures,
it's so funny.
It really is.
The theme was like a virus or like a
ironic
contamination or something.
Yeah.
And so they handed out masks. So when we're looking back at the pictures, it like we're wearing masks in line. So it looks like it's after March 2020, but it was before. It was
2017.
Yeah.
So they were actually like really funny too.
Yeah.
Like they would like make fun of us for getting scared.
Oh yeah.
I loved it because at first I wasn't getting scared, and I think I said that out loud.
And then they like
scared
ramped it up.
Crap out of me, and then he like came up to me after, and he was like, I got you.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That guy was really cool.
Definitely, if that's still around and they have it for Halloween, that's like a goal. You should go. Definitely, for sure. But Boston is definitely near and dear to my heart, and it started all this for us. So
we even, Serena for Christmas one year got me Demi Lovato tickets, who I love.
Oh my god, how can I almost forget? Yes,
her 2018 tour. We went to Boston for her concert. That was awesome.
That was crazy.
Except we almost didn't make it out of there because my car, do you remember?
Yes.
My car was dead at the end of the concert, and it was like, what, I don't know, probably 11 midnight. It was late after the concert, and we were going to drive straight through the night home so that we could make it to school and work the next day. And AAA couldn't find us in Boston, downtown Boston. I'm like, how do you not
We were parked on the street.
Yeah.
And her battery just wouldn't start. Literally took hours.
I don't know how. I still get confused by that, like how they couldn't find us.
That was probably my least favorite road trip. Because Because I was dead to the world.
Yeah.
And driving home, like we had to make it home like in the morning. It's not like we could have just been like, alright, let's sleep for a little bit.
I think we both had class or something. Yeah. I definitely had class.
Oh, I was so mad. I was driving, and it was to the point where I was literally just like falling asleep.
Yeah, so was I.
I had to have her switch out because I typically drive. I'm fine driving. I think we had like an hour left, and I was like, Ashley, you have to take over. Like it was to the point where like the cars on the other side of the road, I thought they were gonna hit me. Like I was like, and then at one point, I feel like Demi Lovato came to me.
And I remember you waking up, you're like, you gotta drive. I'm seeing Demi Lovato. She's popping up. I'm hallucinating. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I don't think I'm much better. I just slept for an hour.
That was a bad one. So always that shit finds us. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Somehow. And your car was fine. We didn't take my car that trip because I had a broken down old thing.
And I still had the same car.
Your car was fine.
I didn't replace the battery. It was just
weird.
We must have left a freaking light
something
on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was not fun, especially being in the city in a parked car.
Street parking in downtown Boston.
No.
Probably close to midnight.
Nope. That concert was really fun though. Really and also we went on that trip a month after we got back from California.
Yes.
We went to California and then we
just kept going.
I remember when I decided to get you those tickets.
Yeah.
It was on a Boston trip. It was that Boston trip.
I remember pointing we were in Boston. Oh yes, it must have been when we were there in October.
Yep.
Yeah. There was a big billboard that said Demi Lovato was coming to Boston in March. Right before my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, hey, look, Serena. And she got the hit. I wasn't expecting her to do that. No, but I was just excited.
I was so excited. Ashley's probably one of the biggest Demi Lovato fans around. So I was trying to figure out what to get her for Christmas. And there's only a few people that I love going big for. And Ashley is definitely in my top list because she's
lucky.
My favoriteest human in the world. So I always go big for her. So I was so excited to give her those tickets. Demi Lovato in that city, I can't.
It was my favorite artist and her favorite city, so it was a win-win for both of us.
That was such a good trip.
Yeah, it was so
And we did our same normal stuff, took a picture in front of the sign.
Yeah.
It was a good one. Yeah. Definitely. Concerts out in Boston, that was great.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so I really hope that you enjoyed kind of seeing a little bit of Boston through my eyes anyway. I know the first time I took Ashley, that's what she said. Seeing it through my eyes was different because it's very passionate about it. So definitely, I hope this makes you want to check out Boston.
Yeah.
Check out some of the spots that I went to.
A bunch of recommendations we have.
We'll link a bunch in the description below, like usual. But yeah, so definitely please like and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram.
Like us on Facebook. Stay tuned for future videos.
Yes.
We have a bunch coming up. We have vlogs coming soon.
Hopefully, so excited.
So please stay tuned. Like us. Like I said, thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye. Bye.